everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Heroes Next Door. I am your host and your game master and your sometimes supervillain, Savvy, and we're here today to play Masks. But before we do, I'm going to do a couple of announcements and some things like that, and then we'll get into the next part of our story. And I'm going to start off with, because I missed it because I was going in between our little host session and here. Hi, Raiders. You're just in time. Thanks for coming. We're glad you're here. Didn't want to leave you out. So today, you can do a couple of things from your seat at home to kind of play along with us a little bit, intervene in the game a little bit. If you retweet our live tweet, once we hit some markers, I'll be giving things or taking things away to and from your wonderful players here. I'm at 20. They will get a boon, so something nice from me to them, like an extra +1 to a roll. At 30, they'll get a bane to keep them on their toes a little bit. I will take something away from them or maybe give them a condition or something like that. And then at 40, they'll get something nice again to make them feel a little bit better because I was so mean to them. So do that, retweet that tweet, and hopefully we'll get some fun stuff. And then you can donate as well to make some fun stuff or some scary stuff happen, depending on what kind of person you are. I hope it's the scary stuff. Those are the fun ones. So yeah, donate, retweet the tweet. If you are live with us today, hello, thank you. We're so glad you're here. If you are not, if you're watching this later on, sometime in the future, on YouTube, make sure that you leave us some comments and tell us what you're enjoying about the show, or shout out particularly funny moments or things that you enjoyed. We love to read those. We love to hear from you. So we're glad you're here, whatever place in time or space you may be in, and talk to us about the show. As far as on the channel right now, the casting for the monthly meat grinder is happening right now. And if I have my notes correct, the applications for that close on Monday. So I'll double check. But head over to the Discord server, monthly charity stream, always really fun. Apply for that, and there will be a poll going up soon, if it's not already up, to decide what charity or cause that's going to be supporting. So keep your eyes out for that. We're glad you're here today. Stick around after our show, because at 6 p.m. there's another show. It's called Eclipse, and it's great. It's the new Urban Shadows game, which is another Powered by the Apocalypse game. I believe it's set in LA, and it's really cool. And yeah, stick around. Good content. Watch that show. You'll love it. I think that's it for announcements. So we will go around real quick, let these folks introduce themselves, tell you who they are, what they've got going on, and who they are playing today. Yeah, same as always. We'll start with Mecca. Go in a circle. You're muted.
And I was being so professional. Far from that a bit. Okay, hi.
You looked very professional.
Other than being muted. I am Mecha, or Mecha Spider. I'm Mechlight Spider on Twitter. It was bound to happen eventually, let's be honest. I'm playing Jack Fletch, aka a copycat, in the Protege playbook, and I'm going to be streaming some Dead Space 2 tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe.
I think I'm next. Hi, I'm Sean, the Kraken King on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else. I stream a lot on Savannah Knight's channel. Game Nights, it's 2 G's and a K. You can find our Twitter on Twitter and links on my bio. I'm going to be playing Nat Newton, aka Freefall. She is the Nova.
I think that means I'm next. I'm Morgan, or Imagine Matrix, on all of the interwebs. I am going to be playing Stardust, also known as Elaine Silver, and she is part of the Janus playbook.
Cool. Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. I'm gonna be playing Corvid, aka Sabrina Cooper, and I am the outsider. I do a lot of things. This is game number 4 for the week, out of 6. So, yeah, just check my Twitter for what I'm doing, and that'll be the best thing for you.
Wonderful. And I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter and everything else, but Twitter is the only thing that I use. Sean plugged our channel, but I'll plug it again. Most of the time I'm over at twitch.tv/game nights. It's game with 2 G's and nights with a K. I also run a Monster of the Week game over there on Sunday. I tell you guys every week how much I love Powered by the Apocalypse. I just keep doing it. But I run Monster of the Week game, and I also run a game of Tales from the Loop, which is like kids on bikes and stuff, and then I play and other stuff over there as well. So yeah, you can follow all of us on Twitter to know what we've got coming up over the next week before we see you again. That's us. And yeah, before we get started, we are going to kick it over very briefly to our good friend Lydia so you can watch a wonderful video about our sponsors.
Past Charlie here to tell you about a few of our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds is our virtual tabletop of choice, providing us access to roles, tokens, maps, and more. You can try it today for free at fantasygrounds.com. While you're there, why not check out Fantasy Grounds Unity? World Anvil is a remarkable resource, whether you're a writer, GM, or player, organizing your campaign notes or building an entire world. Get forging today for free at worldanvil.com. And before we get into today's game, we'd like to shout out our friends at Andrews McMeel Publishing, who published the wonderful game Zweihander. If you haven't checked that out, you can catch it here on Wednesdays. We'd also like to mention Modifius, who manage and produce a wide range of RPGs. Whether you feel like being Dishonored, exploring a tale from the loop, or boldly going with Star Trek adventures, why not check out Modifius.com.
And we're back. Thanks, everybody. Are you guys ready to get started? All right.
Yeah.
Let us play a game. Really quickly before we do, we're gonna set the team pool to 1. Mecca's keeping track of that, so 1 in the team pool. If that comes up, we'll maybe get more in there. Last time we didn't have time to talk about our end of session stuff. Is there anybody in particular that wanted to talk about which option they chose before we move forward? Do you guys remember what you picked?
Yes.
I do. I think. Yes, I do remember.
Yeah.
If not,
Maybe.
not required. If anybody wants to talk about theirs, now's your chance.
Corvid grew away from the group because she sees her friends doing their own thing, and she's okay with that because she's had to do her own thing before and she gets it. She's not, super happy about it, but she'll let them be who they gonna be.
Yeah. Stardust grew into her own image of herself for the first time, mainly because even if Mastermind isn't who he says he is and does turn out to be a big bad evil guy, she does believe the things that he says about what supers are, and she's kind of reaffirmed what she wants in the world as a superhero and what she thinks is right.
Copycat, he grew closer to the theme, specifically Corvid, for the big reveal last session of them showing off who they were, and he felt kind of closer towards Sabrina/Corvid because of that.
And then I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, Freefall also grew into an image of herself because he's kind of getting closer to this whole idea that Mastermind was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Lots of growing into our own images of ourselves, which is fun, and our first growing away from the team, which I think this is a really good example of that not necessarily being a bad thing. I think that one scares people a little bit when they first encounter it, but it's not always. It doesn't mean you're fighting and hate each other or anything like that. All right. So yeah, let's briefly. I'll remind everybody of the high points of what happened last time. You guys touched on a couple of them. So last time on Heroes Next Door, the Unlisted made their way to Mastermind's headquarters at his invitation. They peppered him with questions about what he was doing and why he was doing it. His answers hitting different degrees of satisfaction among the members of the team. Some of you more pleased with what he was saying, some of you not. Some vigorous head shaking happening out of the corner of my eye. They also received a brief tour of the facilities. Fun. And we're reconnected with their missing classmate, Chelsea Cross, aka Meta Knight. She's fine, turns out. Finally, they were introduced to the Forecaster, a super colleague of Mastermind's that has premonitions. The Forecaster had a vision of an event that was most likely going to take place at Friday's pep rally, and she saw the entire team here in front of you, the entire super team, in attendance at that pep rally. Mastermind told them they could do with this information what they wished, but if they chose to intervene, if something happened and things went poorly, they would have support from him and his team. And then you split off. Everybody left and went home except for Nat, aka Freefall, who chose to stay at the facility for a while and speak with Mastermind some more and observe some of the training that her friend, acquaintance, sports person, sports colleague. They
Sport
know each
pal.
other because they both play sports. Or sport pal. Her sport pal, Chelsea, who is a member of the tennis team, observing some of the training that Mastermind had her doing. So we're going to pick back up with that briefly, Nat / Freefall, sort of after you have been given this overview, a little bit of a peek into sort of what Chelsea has been doing and working on. It's only been a couple of days, but she seems to think it's working. So,
what exactly are they having you do?
I mean, a lot of stuff. Right now, it's mostly just physical training, things like that, but it helps. A lot, actually. And then
Yeah.
there's like some, like meditation, focusing. I'm having a harder time with that one, but it's only been a couple of days. So I get to hit a lot of stuff, which is nice.
I like that. Do you want to show me?
Yeah, I guess. She lines up a little bit, and takes on kind of a what's kind of like a, you would vaguely recognize it as some like pseudo martial arts stance. I'm not gonna get into the descriptors because I'll do a bad job and somebody will get mad at me. But she takes on this form and kind of runs through a like a sequence of physical moves that she repeats a couple of times, most of them pretty aggressive, involving punching and hitting and beating the daylights out of some training dummies. But there is a progression to it that you can see, like she's moving in a pattern. So she demonstrates that for you a little bit, and she's like, that's kind of where I'm at. This feels a little weird. I don't know if I'm really qualified to explain it, but it helps when you have something to think about, you know?
Right. Yeah, I sort of have I don't really get angry and start destroying the lunchroom, but I've got kind of a similar thing with my powers, and I mean, if it helps, that would be good if I didn't have to worry about that anymore, because man, it sucks. sucks a lot.
So what do you do?
Oh, she just like holds out a hand. Are there like weights or something nearby? Yeah, I think she just holds out a hand, and like one of the weights just begins to sort of levitate off the ground. She kind of flicks it in the air with a finger, and it kind of like rotates and begins to spin as it in kind of null gravity through the air. Just stuff like that, like controlling gravity.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really helpful. I mean, I love it. Like I really do love it. I just, if I don't use it, it starts to make a lot of bad shit happen around me, and
It builds up, right?
people get hurt. Yeah. Is that kind of what happens with yours?
Yeah, I can't do gravity or anything like that, but pretty much. I biokinesis and stuff like that is complicated. Weird stuff happens to me, and then I hurt other people.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw.
Well, it sucks,
So.
but yeah. No, I saw. I was there. I think you almost hit me with a table.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I'm fine. But I'm kind of glad this happened. I'm kind of glad that happened, because then we wouldn't be here, and then I wouldn't have the chance to get help. So, thanks, I guess.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, I don't want to, like, it's late, so I don't want to like keep this. No, I probably should get back pretty soon.
Yeah, totally.
You're
gonna come back though.
I'm assuming
right?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm assuming I'm not going to see you in class tomorrow.
Yeah, probably not.
Right. Okay, I'll see you soon.
Cool. Bye. She stands there
She
awkwardly.
walks out, just kind of like waves a hand over her shoulder as she leaves.
Okay. Are you going to stick around and do anything else?
No, I mean, she's seen some of the training and talked to her a little bit now. I think she's heading back home.
Okay. Yeah, you let them know that you are leaving. Say your goodbyes, and Shadowstar takes you down the hallway. It wouldn't be familiar to you, but to the same sort of down the hallway through this arch into an empty room. Says, okay, ready to go home?
Yeah, before I do, Shadowstar, if I need to get back, do I just like text you, or?
Yeah, that's fine for now.
Cool. I assume you have my number, considering I got a call from. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have to get out, and then I'll text you, and you can save my number and stuff.
Cool.
The arch makes things a little complicated.
The arch?
Yeah, this is part of security. Can't have people like taking pictures and stuff, you know.
Oh. Okay.
Any new information that you put into your phone while you're here goes away when you go through. Did he not tell you that?
I don't think so. No. Well, that's good to know. I won't. I guess I don't need to bring my phone then. Okay. Well, I guess whatever you need to do, ready to go. Just kind of like braces herself.
All right. Don't throw up. And she kind of rubs her hands together a little bit and says, "See you tomorrow."
Yep, tomorrow.
And teleports you away and back to into the lobby of the old community center. And you go home?
Yeah. Fly
Perhaps?
home and text Sabrina because she asked that too. And I think we'll probably ask Sabrina to meet her if she can out behind the... I think they usually... I guess, Elby, this is up to you, but I was thinking that they probably hang out like in Nat's backyard or something when she's doing like her training. There's maybe like a trampoline or something back there that they like lay out on. So that's what I was imagining. She texts her and says, meet me out back.
Okay. Initially, you don't get a response, but when you do get home, there is a cat lounging on your roof. Just like sleeping. And then you arrive and it goes away, and then you get a text back, oh cool, yeah, I can do that. And then she'll pop over. She's wearing her jammies. Yes.
Nat just changes out of her hero garb and is just hanging out, like laying out on the trampoline out back, waiting for her when she gets there.
She'll fly up and then bounce down on it. Down.
Oh, hey.
Hey, glad you're okay.
Yeah. Did y'all make it back all right?
Yeah. Everyone's okay. It's just, people are having different thoughts about, the place and all the stuff and...
What was everyone thinking?
Well, Copycat still doesn't trust it. Stardust is... I think she's kind of on the fence, but she's more okay with it. It's just not for her. And then Kickback's totally about it. And I'm kind of... I mean, as long as they're not hurting anyone, I think people getting training is a good thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's why I stayed behind. I mean, listen, you kind of came clean with me about some stuff with you, and I kind of wanted to do the same. I asked you to leave before I didn't tell you to stay because I was worried others might stay too, and I didn't want them to like find out anything else yet. But I mean, like what I can do, kinda. But I'm kind of like Chelsea, where like if I don't, I can lose control pretty easily, and people get hurt. Like pretty bad. You remember that time I broke my leg, like when we were in middle school?
Yeah.
I was like in a cast for like 3 months. It was bad. I did that. That happened because I lost control. And it just seemed like a really good opportunity to take what they're offering, what Mastermind is offering. I mean, he's a creep, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, I understand. Like, I had training with the government for the past like 6 years, so like I can't fault anyone for wanting to go do that.
Right. Yeah, 6 years. Jeez. So I mean, do you feel good about it?
I mean,
about all this?
Doesn't feel like it's evil. I mean, like, at least from what we saw, it doesn't seem evil. But I'm just, I guess I would just be worried if you went by yourself. I mean, if I don't know Chelsea that well, but as long as you have someone that can look after you.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea and I haven't known each other as long as like you and I have, but I mean, the teams hang out together a lot. So we've kind of, I mean, I feel like she is on the up and up. I'm probably gonna go back tomorrow after school.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to come, you can. I just didn't want like everyone being there for that.
Yeah, I'll think
At least
about
not
it.
yet. Okay. Well, it's pretty late. I probably should. Do you sleep?
Yes, I sleep.
Okay, just asking.
As long.
That wasn't on my. Okay.
Sometimes I like to sleep as like a dog, because then I can curl
Is
up
that
into a
bad?
little ball.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
Well, thanks for. What?
Who are you going to prom with?
Oh man. I don't know. I mean, pretty busy. I haven't really had a chance to think about that. You know, we'll see. Why?
Okay. Well, because that's something I've been thinking about recently. I mean, there's all this stuff going on, but we still have school, and prom's a big deal. I mean, at least all the movies make prom to be a big deal. So, I'm just waiting for someone to ask me.
I mean, you could ask someone. You don't have to wait for them to ask you.
That's not how it works. I've seen the movies. The guys are supposed to ask the girls, unless it's a Sadie Hawkins dance. Wait.
Sure.
Is that really not a thing?
I mean, it's kind of a thing, but I mean, no one really does it like that anymore. That's, you know, pretty old-fashioned. You know, it's 2020. Do your thing. I think it's 2020. I don't remember if we're setting this in a different year.
Okay, I don't know how I'd do it, though. I don't know if I'm brave enough to do it, but I'll try. Maybe. We'll see.
You fight crime. You're an alien. You traveled here from another planet. You're scared of asking somebody to do a dance?
Well, back on my planet, we didn't have puberty. I mean, like, we don't, like, have couples. We just, like, you make your own baby. So there was no, like, sex drive or anything.
Okay. I'd cool it a little bit. It's just prom. I mean, I guess, there are certain, yeah. I mean, that, you're just asking someone to a dance. Doesn't have to be more than that.
Okay. Maybe, still. Okay, all right, bye, have a good night.
You too. And watch less movies.
You know better.
She floats up to her window.
That escalated quickly. The two of you go your separate ways. Go home for the evening, thinking about everything that has happened today. Before you go to sleep, Nat, you do get a text from a number you don't recognize. It's selfie of Shadowstar, like waving at you.
Okay, adds that to my contacts.
Okay. Let's see. That night or the next day, conversely, let us talk about Copycat very quickly. Because you have some fun new toys that that Spitfire has arranged for you to have. So the three things that you chose are all together, two of them within your hideout, because you have a hideout now, or a hidden base, I suppose. Where is it?
Okay.
And what's it
Right.
like?
I think it would be on the outskirts of town. Like, so it's like not too obvious. I think because it's from Spitfire, it'd probably be very professional. Like a professional building. It looks like a normal building, and like it has like an office front, but like there's probably a panel in the back, like in a back room that opens up a sliding door to the hidden base.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
that's really cool. So yeah, an office facade in one of the older buildings, kind of on the edge of town, maybe in one of the older business districts that is not frequented so much as the rest of Luminos City. She shows you two very important parts of it. One being the teleportal, which you now have. It is a short range, so meaning generally around Luminos City. It's not going to take you much farther than that, and it's one way. So once you're out, you're out. It is a big safety precaution to not be able to just teleport directly into your secret base that you don't want anyone to know about. The other being the med lab that you now have access to, which essentially is like an infirmary, a couple of beds, medical equipment, that kind of thing. A lot of it automated, so you don't necessarily have to have someone using it. Mechanically, for your purposes, the way that this works, so the hidden base or the hideout in this game is a safe spot for you and anyone that you tell about it. I can't interfere with it, meaning I can't put you guys in danger while you are in there or have NPCs know about it that you didn't tell. So that's your safe spot. For the teleporter, I went over that. And then for the med lab, essentially what that will do is in place of the narrative rules, you can spend time in the med lab and it will heal conditions for you. And whoever you so choose to tell about it. So she gives you a little bit of a tour and then kind of looks at you and is like, I'm really trusting you with this, okay?
Okay.
This is a big deal.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will make you proud.
Good. And she kind of claps you on the shoulder and steps into the teleportal and zaps away.
Oh my
you
god,
tell
this
anybody
is so
about your
cool.
hideout?
Yes. I'm like on the Discord. I'm like, hey everybody, can we meet up? I send them an address of the place, of the office.
Is this the
This
next
is.
day?
Is this fixed up?
I
I thought it
will,
would be.
next morning. Sure. So yeah, early the next morning, you all get a text from Copycat with an address saying, "Hey, let's meet up," or a Discord message, I guess.
Don't we have school?
It'll be very quick. Maybe. I mean, yes, it'll be very quick.
Okay.
Maybe bring your school uniforms with you in a bag or something.
Okay, I guess I'll meet you there.
It's really cool.
Corvid is outside of Nat's house, and she has filled her car with balloons and is like in the process of closing the door when she gets the Discord message, and she's like, messages Nat like, "Are we gonna drive there?" Question mark.
That's the plan. It's like Nat is walking down the stairs, I assume, about to leave.
She'll
Yeah.
pop down behind the car. Cool, I'll meet you there.
She goes walking out the front door and sees her Jeep is full of balloons.
She pops out, April Fools!
She just like looks at the date on her phone. Why?
This is funny.
Okay, thanks. I guess. Oh God.
Just open up
Just,
the
like, text
sunroof.
the-
It'll be fine.
Text the group. We're gonna be a few minutes. So we now have to get all these balloons out of the car.
Technically, all you have to do is drive it, and
Is she used to this
Wow.
happening? Does Corvid do
Every
It's
this?
been a
single
year,
crap.
so you might have forgotten, but yes.
Standard April Fool's fare.
last year was sticky notes on your car
Yeah.
and in your car.
Saran wrapped. Yep.
Sorry. Oh
Overall.
God.
Oh no, that's the worst. All right, so you deal
I'm
with
just glad
the...
you didn't do anything
ahead.
that was gonna ruin the paint.
Oh no, yeah, I learned my lesson after the shaving cream.
Yeah. Yeah. God. Okay.
Whenever you hit the brakes,
Pop,
there's
pop,
a
pop, pop,
horn
pop.
sound.
Can't you just use your gravity to go like this, and it will just all pop?
I mean, maybe, but I don't want to hurt the car. Lose
That's a good point.
control.
That would be dangerous.
That would be dangerous.
All right,
We
so you
arrived
deal with the
after a while.
balloons one way or the other. A little bit later,
it's-
Stardust, the first to arrive, and then a few minutes
Yeah.
later, Freefall and Corvid in the Jeep. You all pull up to what is essentially an office building
I come
on
out
the edge of
front
town
door,
in one of the old districts.
and I see them out the window. I'm like, "Hey guys,
Are we just standing on the sidewalk in our outfits?
come in, come in, come in."
I guess.
Okay.
We would park. Yeah, we probably parked a street over so we
Yeah.
could change and come in like costume.
Okay.
Change.
So, Copycat, what's going on?
No, follow me. So you know how when we were talking on that roof, Stardust, COVID, about the thing, and you said, "Hey, we should have a hideout."
Yeah.
Well, follow me, and I lead them to the back room and push the button to slide the door open.
What is this?
It's the hideout, and
Oh,
come on.
Okay.
There's lockers over there. They if you want to like put stuff in, you can all take the keys. I put them on the front, like table, and like in like England there is the King Arthur. He had the Knights of the Round Table. So I thought, hey, there's a round table here, and there's like 5 of us normally. So what do you think? Oh, that's
This
not the
is-
best part. There is more stuff. So over here, there is a med lab. So in case, any of us get hurt during battle, we can come here and, heal. It's all automated, so we don't have to deal with all the technical parts. And then another really, really cool part, and that's what I said to bring your school uniforms along, is this. And I point to the teleportal. This is a teleporter. It will teleport you anywhere in the city.
anywhere
but-
in the city?
Well, it's I don't think inside of buildings, but like you can like it's like got a panel on the side. You can pick somewhere on the map, and it will teleport you there.
Oh, thank God. I thought we were going to be late for school.
Oh, that's why I
That
said
takes
you
a
could come
huge
over.
weight off my shoulders.
There's separate changing rooms because I know we don't have our identity revealed, so you can change and then we won't go, and then you can like go up in the teleporter, or you can just go behind an alleyway or something. And once you go through the teleporter, I just wanted to say, this place is open to all of you, and I appreciate you as friends. And I know if everything is being like very hectic recently, but I think what we are doing out here is good and right, and I want to continue doing it. So
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is
2
so
questions.
cool, Copycat.
One, does it have snacks?
oh, absolutely.
And 2, are we telling Kickback about this?
The problem, I put it in the Discord, and I guess I can remove that
Oh.
message. I just don't know if he'll keep it a secret, and that I want to tell him, but also he might think this place is possessed by ghosts or something.
I'll keep him in check. I'll make sure he doesn't spill the beans.
Good.
Good.
Cool.
Also, I'm saying this place can be used for pranks. If you want to go through the teleporter and jump in front of somebody else, I'm saying that's absolutely a viable option.
Oh my god.
Or behind
There are
somebody.
so many possibilities.
A terrible idea.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Well, this is
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
thanks for
I
sharing.
got this as a present, kind of, and I completely told you guys immediately as soon as I got it. So.
You know, when we were talking about reaching certain points in our superhero-dom, like getting a secret base and getting maybe sidekicks and stuff like that, I thought we were joking, but clearly not, seeing as we now have a secret base. So I guess we've just reached that point, I guess. What comes next?
Stopping whatever's happening, soon.
Oh,
I also have something I want
Tomorrow.
to try. You know how I couldn't, when I took pictures and then they all deleted themselves pretty much in videos. I want to try something. Is there anybody willing to be a volunteer? So my plan is to use my telepathy to put the pictures into somebody else's head of my memory.
Uh-huh.
And I want to see if I can do that because I've never done that before.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah, just don't go, like, digging around for stuff.
I won't. I'm respectful and all that. I wouldn't dig around a friend's head.
Okay, so you want to try to use your telepathy to put images in Corvid's head. So, like, images that you remember of Mastermind's headquarters?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll to unleash your powers.
Okay.
Corvid, do you just let him do this? Do you try to block him at all?
I don't think she would know how to do that. So I think that she's just gonna let him. She trusts him.
7.
What you got, fam? 7. Okay.
I've been rolling
Let's see.
Pre-game. Good rolls.
That's not too bad. So that's a partial success. I'm not gonna have you mark condition for this. So we'll say, I'll say the effect is temporary. So yeah, Corvid, I think you feel just very, very briefly, copycat kind of push into your mind. You can feel another presence there. You start to get these flashes of images, and they look mostly familiar, some of them a little bit different because they're not your memories, they're his. You get these flashes, these images. Is there anything specific, copycat, that you're trying to have
mostly
proceed?
The forecaster, inside of the forecaster's room viewing, and also sometimes Mastermind and sometimes like his office and all that.
Okay.
And also Shadow
Yeah.
Star, occasionally.
Yeah. So you get flashes of that, sort of images from Copycat's perspective of Mastermind, of Shadowstar, of sort of looking in at the forecaster and the video up on the screen. But they are they're fleeting, and you don't feel like they are sticking. So you see them and you recognize them, and then once he pulls away, almost immediately they start to fade, and you kind of have a hard time holding on to them.
Whoa, that was really cool.
Did that work? Sorry if you saw yourself from the outside every now and again. That was, obviously from my perspective.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's just they went away after a little bit.
Right. Well, I'll try to improve that then, because they removed my pictures, but they can't remove my mind, hopefully. Unless I can.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Has anybody thought about how they remove our pictures from our phones? Because I don't get it. Also, like anytime I went on maps, it kept on turning off my location. I didn't understand.
Oh yeah. After you guys left, they said it's something like the Arch or something like that.
The Arch.
Yeah. don't know what it was. I didn't really ask anything about that, but apparently it wipes everything off of our phones and I assume other like
Everything?
electronics when you leave. Anything that you didn't have when you came in.
Oh, thank God.
Well,
I really don't want to put
a
my
lot of
mental number on my phone again, because that's a icky one. So,
a lot of advanced technology could do something like that. I mean, I might be able to do something like that.
hey, can you for funny times, perhaps set that up in a school in like the principal's office? Because it'd be funny.
That would be
Anytime
hilarious.
they make notes, it would just like disappear as soon as they left the room. It would be so funny.
I don't think that's a good idea to mess with the principal's office.
But it would be fun. I guess that's true.
Come on, it's April Fool's Day. It'd be the best day to do it. I mean, okay, we have a chaos event tomorrow. That's like kind of important too, but
Yeah, maybe
Just
not
a little bit.
But we
Yeah.
can definitely do it after that, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What are
probably should-
we gonna
I'll
do
teach you how
about
the
tomorrow?
portal works. Huh?
I was thinking about
Just
that too.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
we have not much time to plan how we're gonna handle whatever it is that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
They said the fire alarm wouldn't work, so
Yeah.
maybe
I
we
think
could just
our
like,
first priority should be getting people out because
yeah.
you know.
Maybe should I
That's
tell my
important.
mentor about this?
Um,
I mean, I think it would be helpful to tell the professionals, right?
Yeah,
don't know
but how
about
are
that.
they just gonna hang out at the school?
and how would you explain how we know this?
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to explain how I know it by doing the thing I just did to COVID.
Wait, so you're gonna show pictures of where we were to
Just
A
not with you guys.
professional?
To of the forecaster thing. I think that's important, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can always
Well, then
try and block you guys out of my memory if you really want me to.
But even still, she's gonna ask about the mastermind thing, and then they're gonna want to get Black Star, Shadow Star, yeah, and this whole thing sort of falls apart, right?
Maybe they did tell us not to try and change it too much. Maybe telling a professional would be like pulling the fire alarm.
Yeah, I think I can make sure that the gym doors are all open during the ceremony. Don't ask me how I can make sure, but we can plan for that much at least.
I kind of
Um,
whisper over to Corvid because of her club.
Shh. It's fine. Anyway, so that can help handle getting people out at least, and then we can set up the chairs in a way that makes it really easy to move through them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be best instead of using the bleachers. Sorry, I'm rambling.
It's alright. I
Do
do
you
that a
guys
lot.
have any ideas?
Well,
I normally just take my ideas from other people. It's kind of the part of the name, you know.
I think it'd be a good idea to maybe just have a couple of us keep them busy, whatever it is. So I mean, I can change in my costume like super quickly, so I can do that. I'm comfortable being a distraction.
I think I'll
Okay.
probably be in uniform because my costume's annoying to get on. And I don't want to really risk the whole shifting thing I did the other day.
Yeah.
I can probably swing being there pretty quickly. I mean, I'll still be kind of in uniform, but I mean, that's not really the.
Yeah. It'll probably take me a second, but I can get in fast. I can help be in charge of getting people out.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, like again, my power's not very visible, so if I need to actually start forcing people to leave, I can always try and push them out with either my actual arms or just my head. Like I can maybe make it so they all want to leave or something.
Hey,
I think that would be really
snow there,
hard.
right?
That's true.
What if we like rigged the heaters to turn on, and it would just melt everything?
Okay, that's a good idea. Maybe. The gym gets
Mhm.
pretty hot anyway, so that
Yeah,
could
they have
that
underfloor
could
heating in there, don't
help.
they?
I don't know. But if we set up the heaters on the roof, like if we rigged up a system so that like they would just blast that room with heat, maybe that'll help slow it down.
Maybe.
Because if we hit the fire alarm, one, people are gonna panic, and two, the sprinkler system goes off, right? So like then
That makes everything
that's just gonna
icy.
be exactly. So no fire system this time around.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, none of us have secret fire powers, right?
no, I don't think
No.
so.
All right.
Unless I see somebody with fire powers.
Okay, so we make the gym as hot as possible and miserable as possible. Pack all the people in there, but make sure
Oh.
that they can get out easily.
Yeah, no, don't hit him with the heat first. Wait until it starts. Did Copycat tell us that who his mentor is?
I said it was Spitfire.
Okay.
You guys
We
have
saw
seen
her
me with
too, yeah.
Spitfire.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
saw
Oh, yeah,
her at
that's
the
right.
bank too.
Can't you get fire powers though from like Spitfire?
Well, kind of, but she would have to be, there. I mean, I've seen her a lot of times. Actually, out of game, Savvy, would you say I would be able to copy my mentor's powers without her being in the room? Because I've been around her so much.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think at this point you've seen her in action enough times and you've been around her, especially for like training and stuff, that I think you could try to copy them without her being right in front of you.
Yeah, I think I could probably do it, but the only thing is if I get distracted, because her power, like if you don't know, is elemental control. She can control every element. And, well, not like oxygen and everything, that would be a bit weird. Like actually the four main elements. So if I mess up, I could accidentally maybe like the earth rise up, or like it become really cold, which is not something we want. So like I have to be on full focus.
Do we know that Spitfire's not going to be the bad guy tomorrow?
I'm
I
confident.
mean, this is something they could do, right?
She gave me the space.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Still could be a
So-
secret bad guy. I mean, just
Well, if she is, then I'll be the one to
Kickback would
take
say it
that.
if he was here. So
Unfortunately, you took it 6A. By the way, I think school's starting soon, right? We probably should get a teleporter.
Yeah.
I don't want to be late
don't-
again. I don't want to get detention again.
Yeah, that's probably best.
You guys go in first. I'll go in last, so I can, show everybody how the teleporter works.
I'm good. I actually have to drive because I might need a parking ticket otherwise.
Yeah.
That's fair. You can always teleport to your car. Save yourself the walk.
Is
That's
it that
just
safe?
lazy.
That does seem lazy. I need to burn some calories.
Yeah, okay.
Big breakfast.
You look like you're in shape, but okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm talking too much again, aren't I?
All right. Well, I'll go first then.
Okay.
Uh.
Just stand there, and where do you want to go exactly?
The roof
going
of
on
the
about.
school.
The roof? Yeah,
The roof.
sure. Can I do that? Teleporter to the roof. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, hitting.
Good night.
Zoom and Corvid, after a moment, you appear in a little pop of white light on top of the school.
Bright flash, and she's in her normal outfit and skips down to the stairs.
Limbs intact, not too nauseous.
I'll go next.
Okay. Same place?
Yes.
Okay. Well, since I've already got the coordinates in on the map, have a fun day at school. And
You too.
I'm sorry, I'm enjoying this too much. I hit the button.
You hit the button. Stardust, same thing. A little pop of white light in front of your eyes, and then you feel your feet hit the concrete, standing on top
Okay.
of the roof in the Florida sun.
I land, I look around, make sure no one's nearby, and then really quickly change into my school uniform and just pull it on over my costume, take my mask off, and shove it in my backpack. And
Okay.
then just stroll away as if nothing was wrong.
All right. Nat, you go to your car.
Yeah, go back to my car. Probably missed like half of the first period. But starts driving.
Just
All
before
right,
I go,
drive to school.
I actually just take off my costume, have it in my bag because I wouldn't leave it here because otherwise I won't be able to get it again until I got back here. So I'm just gonna get into the teleporter back in my costume, in my school uniform, sorry, and teleport to the roof.
When Jack goes to his
Alright.
locker, it's full of rubber duckies.
Okay. Rubber ducks cascade out of your locker on top of you. It's very funny.
I'm like, okay.
There's
So
just
this
a
is how it's
feather
gonna be.
left as her trademark, as her signature.
I'm gonna put them all into my bag for later.
Okay. So yeah, you'd scoop up a bunch of rubber ducks, stuff them into your backpack. Can't imagine that's not going to be interesting. And
I
you
thought it-
all... You what?
I'm gonna say like when I put it down, I'm gonna just drop it onto the floor in my classroom and assume there's to be quacking.
Just a bunch of squeaking. Okay. Yeah, people look at you funny, but
April Fools.
who knows? Who knows? You're in high school and it's April Fool's Day. Literally anything could be happening. Yeah, so the rest of you go about your relatively normal school days. Do you do any more pranks? 'Cause now I have to ask. Because I need to know.
Oh yeah.
What pranks do you do?
Bullion cubes in the shower heads. She's opened up a bunch of like soda
What's
bottles.
wrong with you?
That's awful.
That is terrible.
She set out in the teacher's lounge a bowl of Reese's Pieces and Skittles mixed together.
You're a monster.
M&Ms and Skittles. And
monster.
she has rigged the PA system slightly so that when they start the like the music in the morning or like between classes, it's different rap songs. Not inappropriate, but just like really awkward.
Oh my gosh.
Elaine's prank is she always writes in black pen, but today she wrote in pink pen all day at school, and she thought it was hilarious.
I love her so much.
I'm gonna say
It's so wholesome.
in my class, I read the mind of everybody in the room just to get their locker code numbers, and then put a singular rubber duck in every single one of their lockers, just on top of their bags or whatever.
The rest of you, this rumor is spreading throughout the day that like rubber ducks just keep appearing in people's lockers, and it's starting to freak everybody out.
That's incredible.
Oh my god,
Some of
that's
them
so
have like
good.
sticky notes on them saying "I see you" kind of stuff. Or like, watch out for the quackening.
It's a Dark Brotherhood note, but instead of a handprint, it's just a picture of a duck.
Yeah.
Oh my
Does Nat do
God.
any pranks?
The only thing I can think of is I think when she picks up Sabrina after school, she has a water gun in her car, and as Sabrina opens the door, just sprays her right in the face with it.
She would find that hilarious.
Is it like a little water gun or like a super
Oh yeah, it's
steady
just
one?
like one of the like tiny little
Just a
like
little one?
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's less mean.
Probably
Just
something they had in
Mhm.
the locker room.
Okay.
Oh man,
Why
Wet
do you
dog.
sound like chicken noodle soup?
Shut up. I knew that was you.
Oh, I was not disappointed in any of those. Amazing. Very good pranks. Okay. So aside from all of that, your day is relatively regular and normal. Nothing terrible happens. You make it through lunch and nobody is throwing tables and chairs around. You make it to the end of the day and nothing has caught fire or anything dangerous like that. The pep rally is tomorrow. So, is there any sort of last minute stuff that you all want to do or to plan for or to prepare for Friday's pep rally?
Elaine.
Okay, first.
Okay. Elaine at the student council meeting kind of convinces the others to set up the gym in a certain way that's kind of more open, and less chairs, less bleachers, more kind of standing room instead. Tries to convince them that standing is better than sitting for an hour. So and then also convinces them that all the doors are to be left open because the gym gets really hot and we just need to make sure we get that airflow in there when everyone's standing up.
Okay.
And so
Yeah,
she
I
kind
think
of sets that up.
Yeah, I think everybody goes for that. They usually, I think, follow your plans anyway. So I don't think it is that difficult to convince them. Yeah, pretty successfully.
Okay.
So I think they've decided. So the back of the gym sort of has these like built-in, sort of like in stadium seating bleachers. So those will be there, but they're going to leave the floor open, so standing room, and then the doors will be left open, hopefully for better ventilation.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right, so pep rally organized. Great. You have to be there for the prom court stuff. Nat, you have to be there because you're on the softball team, and it is a pep rally for the softball team in their tournament qualification. The rest of you are going. I assume none of you are just like, no, I'm not going to go at this point.
Go
ahead.
Question: Is it at the, because I don't know how Americans things works. Is it just the pep rally and or the prom tomorrow? Is it prom as well?
No, you
or...
still have a couple of weeks before prom.
Okay, good.
So at the pep rally tomorrow, and Elaine, you're sort of going to be in charge of this. You're going to announce who is on the prom court. So then voting for prom king and queen can begin. Did any of you put your hat in the ring for that?
Yes.
To be prom king or queen?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Or prom royalty?
Elaine probably did.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm assuming he did.
The only reason Jack did is because his friends pretty much pushed him into doing it.
Okay. So Jack's in there, Elaine's in there.
Did anyone nominate their friends?
You can nominate your friends.
Oh my
so.
god.
I put
that's not April Fool's Day though.
I put Sabrina in the hat.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
She has no
So
idea.
you nominate Sabrina.
Mm-hmm.
Nat, you look like you're staying out of this.
No, yeah, Nat's staying out of this. She's not nominated herself nor anyone else.
Anybody put Lathan up to it? He's not here to defend himself.
Oh my gosh.
Stardust puts Lathan's name in.
Yes.
Just because she's like, I don't know anyone else who's running for royalty, and he's now on the student council, so he should take some more responsibility and probably step it up and become prom royalty.
He is conspicuously
I forgot he was on
absent
student
again
council.
from your meeting today. At which I think you made him the treasurer of the student council.
Yeah.
Yeah, conspicuously absent again. Who knows where your money's gonna end up?
Before we go to that. I'm just gonna like quickly go home. Is my sister in?
Okay. Yeah, she's there.
Hey, Gloria, I have a question for you. Actually, more of a please don't go into school tomorrow.
Why?
I know it's the pep rally, and I know it's very important, but please don't go in. Please.
I have to go to school, Jack.
You can call in
It's
sick or
school.
something. You
But
know, I
I'm
can
not-
convince some people. Please, just
I have to go to. Why?
I can't say. I can't. You can't
Is
go.
this some
Please
weird
don't go to
powers
school.
thing?
It's something bad's gonna happen tomorrow, and I don't want you to get hurt. I told you I don't want you in this world, and I don't want you to be there. Please,
Fine. Fine.
I give her a hug.
She
I'll
hugs you
probably
back,
hold
but
it
she rolls her
for-
eyes.
I'll probably hold the hug for a bit of an awkward time.
You're so annoying.
Kind of like, thank you so much. I'm sure I'll pay you back for this. Maybe I can convince some people to look your way more.
Excuse
You
me?
know, because you're such a popular girl, and like you have a lot of friends. Maybe I can get you into some parties you wouldn't normally be able to get into.
Right. Let's stay in your lane. Okay.
Hey, I'm popular. I know all the faces in school.
Mm-hmm.
If
Just
some
because
of
you know
don't
them doesn't mean they know you, Jack.
Hey, at least I'm better at you than at video games. At least I've got that under my belt.
Ooh. Burn. Nerd.
Hey, don't deny you used to like it. Before everything happened here at school, before we moved over to America, you used to be just like me.
I'm not having this conversation with you.
Well, have a nice night, loser, and I leave.
Goodbye, Jack. I'm sick. She goes into her room.
I'm actually not going to go back to
Sabrina-
my room. I'm going to start walking over to the hideout.
Okay.
Probably going to sleep
Avoiding
there.
the car. Corvin's gonna put the heaters on the roof and rig it into the AC system, and make it so that she can just hit a button and on her communicator thing, that will just blast the heat.
Very cool.
She might need
Nice.
Nat's help for that because she's not that strong.
That would help.
Team project.
Easy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, you can manipulate gravity so you can make things less
Nothing's heavy
heavy.
to that.
It's
Yeah.
it's very simple actually when you all have magic powers. Things become much less complicated. Yeah, that's something you can do given a little bit of time to manipulate everything around, move everything where you want it, set it up on your communicator with a big red button with a flame on it that you can hit. Turn the heat on.
Solid.
Nat would probably just ask them. I was like, "That's not just going to incinerate everyone in the gymnasium, right?"
No, I mean like the school doesn't have that big of a heating system.
I don't know. Alien tech. I'm not sure what you did there.
Well, the alien tech is just like a remote start for it, you know. Like you have one for your car.
You have fire on the button. Okay, I was just a little nervous.
But it's just the display, so I know.
Okay.
Do you want to see what I really look like?
Sure.
Didn't you wait, did I show you already? No? Okay.
Don't remember.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
It's kind of jarring.
She like takes a step back. Okay, I'm ready.
Sweet. All right, she will transform into her her alien, her normal form, which is the alien form, which is, I've already described it on stream, but 6 limbs, 2 arms, and sort of like elephant-like legs in the back. Her torso is upright, but she could stand up on just her back legs. It's ape-like arms on the bottom, very thick skin, and a flat sort of face that looks more like a hammerhead shark with a straight line down the middle, which is what her mouth is. And it's about 5 foot when she's like on 4 legs. So she transforms and just goes. Jazz hands.
Holy shit, you are an alien.
There's this low guttural sound, like someone, I guess someone like chest burping, would be the best way to describe it. And then she shifts back and she's like, duh!
That is so cool.
Really?
Yeah. Can you do anything like different when you're like that? Like, you know, like breathe underwater or I don't know. Like
I
immune
can
to
see a lot
fire
better
or
in the
something?
dark.
Cool.
And I can go, ooh, I could survive in colder weather.
That might help tomorrow.
Yeah, if nobody
know,
else is there.
Well, yeah, I mean, will the government be like freaking out if pictures of you, like actual you, were to surface?
Yeah,
then
they are not
last
okay
resort.
with me showing who I am in real life.
Okay, last resort then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's get going before the janitor comes out and tries to figure out why we're up here.
Okay.
I've just had the perfect plan
Okay.
for an April Fool's thing.
Oh.
Oh no.
As soon as I get on the way back, I go visit a convenience store, buy 100 rubber duckies, and then go to the teleportal in my hidden base and teleport 100 of them on top of into my sister's room, like falling on top of her, and then a note saying, "This is why you shouldn't cross the master of ducks." Signed, Jack.
the ducketing is happening.
You do this, the duckening.
Yeah,
You do
duckening
this.
happening.
Almost immediately, you get a text, and it just says, "You're dead."
Only if you can find me. I teleport a duck with another sticky note on it saying, "The duckening is about to occur."
Oh God. I don't think you hear from her again for a little bit. We'll see. She's probably pretty pissed. Oh my God, it's fine. All right. Any last minute preparations that you guys want to do? Sounds like you're pretty set. I'm a big fan that this is what you guys are using your powers for today.
It's not my powers.
This is rubber
It's,
ducks and and then you remind me that your characters are literal children. All right, well, in that case, you are prepped and ready, or as ready as you're going to be for tomorrow. I think that's a good spot for us to go ahead and take our break. Before we do, I didn't get to right when it happened, so I'm going to do it now. We have a wonderful friend in chat. Their name is Trampy No Pants, I think, who has donated to us. So thank you very much. They have a very special life event. They just became an uncle. Congratulations. Thank you for coming here to celebrate with us. And they've donated and given you guys a bane. So get ready for the next scene because it's going to be complicated. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, everybody. We will see you in 10 minutes or less. And we're back. Hi, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us while we took a quick break. But we're back and better than ever and gonna get up to some super shenanigans. All right. So, preparations made. Names put in the box for prom court to go on the ballot. Pranks accomplished. You all finish out your day and have a relatively uneventful night. And unless there's anything last minute you guys would like to do that evening, we'll get to Friday.
I do. What do I hear
Okay.
anything from my home planet?
I think over the last couple of days you haven't heard anything because you're still kind of dialing in the signal.
Okay.
You can keep sending out messages.
She probably does in a very annoying fashion. Telling them
Okay.
about Earth customs and how weird it is here and it's really warm and all that.
Okay. Just keep trying to contact your home planet. Anybody else? Okay.
Teleport a couple more ducks.
You just keep teleporting ducks. All
To,
right.
I teleport because I have been to Sabrina's house before, probably. Like, I think we have. Have I? No, maybe. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not because of the
She
weird
doesn't.
government things. It's in that case, because it's the middle of the night and probably nobody's in the principal office. Instead of because we said we would prank him, but then nobody did, I just teleport 10 ducks on top of his desk.
Solid.
All right. Teleport some rubber ducks into the principal's office, which he will discover tomorrow. Yeah, anybody else? Okay. All right. So we are edging closer and closer to prom. It is Friday afternoon that we're going to skip to. The next day of the afternoon, your last class has been cut short for a pep rally celebrating the softball team's qualification for an upcoming tournament. Yay! Nat, you're required to be there because you're on the team. Elaine, you're required to be there because at some point during these festivities, prom committee is going to announce the prom court so that voting for the prom royalty can begin. We talked about how basically all of you have made it in there, and that's hilarious. We'll see how that turns out. Let's see. Did that. Oh, let us do this really quick. Elaine, or Stardust. Some time has passed since we last talked about your commitments and or responsibilities. So I'm going to have you do your Janice roll to see how well you are going to be doing in the upcoming week, holding down all of your responsibilities. Looking. What do you roll for that? Mundane. So are you? Oh, you're muted. That's why I was like, are you talking?
Yep, I'm working on it.
That's okay.
So that's going to be my roll +3.
Okay.
So that's 11 + 3.
So very good. Yes, on a hit, things are going well. You have an opportunity or advantage thanks to one of your obligations. What would you like to take advantage of?
My school obligation of my student government and prom stuff. So just going to take advantage of that since that's super relevant right now.
Okay, so yeah, things are going incredibly well with student government and with the prom committee in particular. So you've really got everything sort of finely tuned, and yeah, you might be able to pull some weight there as prom inches closer and closer. So we'll hold on to that. Awesome. You always do so well on those.
It's the only role I do well on.
Oh no. All right, so pep rally time. So Nat, you are going to be filing in with the softball team at some point up by the stage. Elaine, you are going to be sort of running things, probably up on the stage. Are you yourself going to do the announcements for prom, or are you gonna have someone else do them?
I guess I'll do them myself. I also give Nat kind of a dirty look as she walks by.
Right. Nat probably tries to like purposefully ignore that Elaine is even existing in that space.
Okay. Interesting. The other two of you, Lathan, nowhere to be found. You don't know where he is. He's probably doing a crime somewhere.
He is, in fact, probably doing a crime. I've just kind of explained away his presence, that he's taking care of prom stuff to the student government elsewhere and could not make it today. And I'm kind of just like, where are you, Lathan?
Okay, yeah, that obligation is going incredibly well, so I think they just kind of go along with it. Like, okay, whatever, you're the boss. The other two of you, Copycat and Corvid, are you part of anything at school, any activities that would require you to be anywhere other than just in the crowd of the pep rally, like in the band or on the cheer squad?
I'm part of the music club.
Okay.
Plays the guitar.
Oh, that's fun.
You're the cool one in the marching band.
Because
does
can't play any other instrument to save his life apart from maybe banging on drums, but that actually requires talent.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And Corvid does nothing. So yeah, Jack, you find yourself. Oh, that's sad. No, I'm sad. So Jack, you find yourself with the rest of the band members, probably playing a fight song at some point, off to sort of one side of the gym. So Corvid, where do you want to be in the gym?
I want to be a finch up in the rafters.
Hey, when did
Interesting.
Sabrina go? I saw her here a few seconds ago.
All right, so you shapeshift into a bird, sort of fly in through the gym doors that have been left open, and perch up on the up high in the gym ceiling on one of the metal rafters. The pep rally begins. The softball team is filed in sort of on the ground in front of the gym stage. Everybody cheers and they sing the song. And what did we make the mascot of this school? Oh, dang.
Did we?
I think we did say something.
I think it's the sun.
I had said it in the first episode.
Yeah, it is.
We're the luminous high suns.
Yes, so
because
go Suns. Go, go, go. Whatever you want your fight song to sound like.
Cooking ball. We love that, kicking a paper bag in the wind.
So the pep rally proceeds. Everybody's sort of keeping an eye out. The prom committee, headed by Elaine, at one point sort of takes the stage, microphone in hand, getting everyone's attention. And is there anything in particular you think you need to say or announce? Would you like to address the crowd?
Yeah. Elaine just kind of clears her throat, puts on her her face, her school face, and is like, "Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the pep rally. We're so glad that you can make it to support our softball team. Everyone give them a clap." And she kind of just looks down at Nat with like a fake smile.
There's some cheering.
Right. Oh my gosh. So guys, I am so excited because we're about to announce the royalty for prom. We got a lot of nominations in this year, so let's just get a drum roll going.
Everybody starts banging on the bleachers. It's very loud.
I don't know who the prom people are.
That's okay. Yeah, you roll off the list of names because I don't have a list of names because they're not important if they're not on the screen in front of you. But yeah, Sabrina Cooper is in there. You are in there. Is it very awkward or very exciting for you to announce your own name?
I just go, yeah, I just like do mine at the end. I'm like, and Elaine Silver.
Wonderful. And then Jack Fletch on there as well. So.
And Sabrina.
I said Sabrina.
Oh, I'm just an idiot.
It's okay. No, you're good. Yeah, so you sort of read off the list of names. Any closing statements you'd like to make?
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and have our band lead us into our school song.
Wonderful. The band plays the school fight song. It's very good and everyone loves it. I'm drawing the line at writing an entire fight song for a fake school that I made up. So
one thing as Elaine walks off the stage or begins to walk past Nat, I think Nat just makes a very just a barely audible comment for that she can hear. It just says, "Congratulations, princess."
Do you say anything?
Shut up.
Literally always good at the comebacks. Big fan. All right, so the prom committee starts to leave the stage. Nat, as they're sort of filing off, you make this comment. Elaine, in all of her composed glory, tells you to shut up. And you sort of make your way off and into the pep rally. As you do, Elaine and Nat, I think you can see this too from where you are, and Corvid from up in the rafters. You can all at least hear this. There is a commotion at the doors of the gym. You hear sort of people shuffling around, and it is loud in there, but there is some banging of almost like people bumping up against the metal doors that are propped open and them hitting the wall, and you can hear him shouting. And Elaine, sort of from the top of the stage stairs, you can see somebody you recognize potentially from the news, or I don't know, posters or some sort of superhero propaganda or something. A very large, probably 7.5 feet tall, man, sort of built out, huge, broad shoulders, wearing this sort of bright red, very, very sort of tightly knit. It almost looks like, like those dry fit shirts that you wear to work out in. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Sort of made out of that material, with a big Sentry logo on the front of it, sort of make his way in. He's got this pushed back silver hair. This is Sentinel, who you all probably would recognize, a well-known professional super enforcer type, big muscle man. His power is hitting things and hitting them very hard, and stuff like that. We recognize him making his way into the gym, not alone, because thanks to a wonderful donation and a bane, flanked by several Sentry officers that have accompanied him into the room. The crowd sort of parting in front of him. He makes his way up to the stage as sort of a hush falls over the crowd. He puts a hand to the side of his throat, and his voice is amplified out over the gym, and you can hear him in this sort of deep voice call out a name, the name Elliot Edwards, a classmate of yours who you vaguely know. He's a junior, so the younger of you would probably have class with this person. And he calls out across the gym to Elliot Edwards, sort of holding his neck like this, amplifying his voice, saying, "Your presence is required for questioning in regards to reports of use of super abilities by underage citizens. Please step forward and come with us." And as this hush falls over the crowd, some murmurs start to run through these students' heads. Turning around, everyone's sort of looking for Elliot. Are you doing anything at this juncture?
I become the most casual looking bird in the world.
Just the chillest bird.
I play an off note on the guitar.
It's some people look at you like, is that Elliot?
Do we know who this is? You said the younger ones would?
Yeah, anybody who's around 16, you guys probably have class with him at some point. Yeah, so you guys would know. He's in your cohort.
And Elaine's a junior too.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, so you guys vaguely know who this is. All right.
Nat tries to get off the stage in the most casual way possible, like stepping behind her teammates and stuff, and just, yeah.
Okay,
that.
yeah, I think these sentry agents are sort of watching you move, sort of behind them, but don't do anything as the softball team just awkwardly starts to file out as quickly as possible without making a big scene, sort of getting off the stage. Do you go out into the crowd?
No. She tries to get somewhere unseen. I think she tries to maybe get under the bleachers. Uses the movement to kind of get out of sight.
Okay.
So that
yeah,
when
so you kind of
she
skirt.
powers up.
Yeah, no one will see you. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of skirt around the edge, kind of back towards the stadium seating, the bleachers. You can kind of get under one edge of them, so hopefully no one can see you. And as this is happening, as you're sort of making your way back into the gym, you hear another voice of someone, not amplified but shouting. As a classmate of yours sort of stands up in the bleachers and starts shouting down at Sentinel. "We're not going to tell you where he is. You'll take him like you did Luke and Laura, and we'll never see him again." And so the murmurs in the crowd start to grow louder. You see this classmate of yours, her name's Eileen, the same age as the rest of you, are standing in these bleachers shouting down at Sentinel.
Can I see Elliot from where I am?
You can. Ooh, there's a lot of people in here. I'm gonna have you roll to assess the situation.
Solid.
We don't get to do that much. So that's gonna be plus superior.
Okay. 1. Okay. There you go. 8.
Okay, so that would be one question. We're gonna call your question, "Where's Elliot?"
Mm-hmm.
Unless there is something you want to trade it out for on that list.
No, that sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah, so you look down, scanning a little bit, and you see a little bit of shuffling, movement in the small group that is over kind of in the back corner in front of the bleachers, near the doors that would go outside from the gym. And you see a few students that have kind of stood and formed essentially what is a circle around him.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you can see him from where you are.
The little Finchy is going to fly down and land behind him, and I guess if no one's paying attention, she's going to shift back to her Sabrina form.
Okay. Yeah, no one's really looking at you right now. Bigger fish, I think, in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you transform back into Sabrina. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so while the softball team is kind of shuffling off the stage, Elaine kind of just takes a step backward and drops behind the stage.
Okay.
Trying to just awkwardly make it look like she fell, but also trying to casually duck out of sight, and as soon
Okay.
as she's behind the stage, she just kind of crouches back there and like is like waiting to see what's gonna happen.
I'm just going to stay confident and strong because the most suspicious people are the people who run. So I'm going to stay.
Okay. So you
Doing
stay
my
where you are. Sabrina over by Elliot, Nat under the bleachers, and Elaine Stardust behind the stage, sort of waiting for something to happen. And so the murmuring, as this is all happening through the crowd, starts to grow louder. You see Eileen standing in the bleachers, sort of shouting down at him, and she starts to get louder and angrier, asking him, "Where are they? What did you do with the Lawsons? We know it was them at the bank. We're not stupid. It's been almost 2 weeks since that incident downtown, and we haven't seen them since. What did you do with the twins?"
Yeah.
And as she and people around her, you start shouting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sabrina, she sort of hears you shout, "Yeah," and then people around her start to shout, "Yeah," and we deserve to know. And you can see around Eileen, a breeze starts to pick up, and she has this long brown hair that sort of falls down her back, and it starts to toss her hair around her shoulders, and she starts to hover up into the air, sort of rising up above the people sort of sitting around her, and you can see her knees kind of at head level with everybody, and the air in the gym, Sabrina, I think you feel this first because you are the closest to her, starts to go ice cold.
Yeah. How close am I to her?
You're at the like the bottom of the bleachers. She's like 4 rows up, so pretty close.
Not close enough for me to grab her and be like, "This isn't helping."
But so a frenzy sort of starts to pick up in the middle of the gym as people start to ask and yell out, asking after, "Where are the twins?"
At the point that I realized that the Lawson twins are the people we took out in the bank, I'm kind of like, should we keep playing, or I think we should probably stop, right? Or do we want to keep up morale?
Yeah, I think the instruments around you kind of go quiet.
I put down the guitar and I'm like,
Okay.
Elaine is on the bleachers above me right now.
Eileen, yes. Now I realize
Underneath.
that's complicated
Oh,
because there's
sorry,
a character
Eileen.
named
That's
Elaine.
what I meant to say.
No, it's fine. That's on me
Eileen.
for doing bad at naming people.
Eileen is on the bleachers, like above me, from
Yes.
when I'm underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Nat is going to power up, and she's going to try to manipulate gravity just around Eileen to get her to sit back down.
Okay.
And like not trying to hurt her, but enough that so Nat's going to try to then like sort of jump up towards her and talk to her from under the bleachers to try to like get her attention to calm her down.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll to unleash your powers.
Okay.
can I assist by like trying to just like when I see her picking up her power, just like kind of tell her mentally to stop. Pretty much for like doing the same thing I did with Meta Knight.
Sure. I was looking to
But a
see
bit
if
more
there was a
forcefully.
move for helping.
I was just thinking of using the team pool.
Oh yeah, we need to get to that in a second. But well, before you do, that is a full success. So
Yeah, 10 on unleash powers. So whatever that looks like.
okay. Yeah, so I think you can all see this as Nat. You sort of focus in around where Eileen is and try to pull her down. The wind is still kind of picking up, and the air sort of in your general vicinity is very, very cold. But you do see her kind of lowering, and she's looking around trying to figure out what's going on. But you do see from where you are, her feet hit the ground again.
Okay.
She's looking around trying to figure out what is happening and why she is not flying anymore. And she does sort of starting to look a little frantic because she doesn't know what's going on. The couple of you can see snowflakes start to fall from the ceiling.
Nat is just gonna like jump up using her powers to negate gravity and try to get on like the bleachers underneath her to be like within whispering distance of her.
Okay,
And just
yeah,
say,
so you pull yourself up.
just say,
I'll
hey.
start a chant. We don't want you here. Go away. Distraction.
The crowd is starting to jeer at Sentinel and the Sentry agents. Yeah, Nat, what do you say to her?
She says, hey, chill out. Okay.
What?
Wrong words, but just, we're here to help. We're not going to let him take him. But if you escalate this, it's just going to go bad for everyone, okay?
It's already going bad for everyone.
Yeah, I know. Fair, but we're not going to let them take him, okay? But there are innocent people here, and they're going to get hurt if you pop off right now.
I'm gonna have you roll to provoke someone
Okay, that's not
to
my
do
best.
a convince. That is superior.
Okay. It's last time I don't
Chat says
remember,
stay
so it's
frosty.
not my worst. Stay frosty. Ow. That was very bad. That's a 4.
Yeah. Let's see. I was looking to see what the team pool would get you, but it's only a +1, and that would make it a 5, and that would still be a big ol' fail. So yeah, that's a failure. So you say this to her, and I think the fact that you even said chill out to her has just like pissed her off so
Fair.
much. And I think you can see her like clenching her fists, and she shakes her head and says out loud, not whispering at you anymore, like, no, Mastermind was right. This is messed up, and we're not gonna do this anymore. And she starts to try to fight against the gravity that is holding her down, a difficult thing to do. And as the crowd is sort of jeering and shouting, and she is shouting and trying to push against you and kind of float back up again, suddenly from the sort of the center of the crowd, there is this blast of energy that kind of knocks a lot of people sort of out of the way, and people go kind of like tumbling over. Corvid, in front of you, you see Elliot, sort of his form sort of shimmer a little bit, and then there is just this flash of light as he goes racing super speed sort of through the crowd up to in front of Sentinel, and holds out his hands, and then there is just this huge not explosion, but this huge like pulse, almost like there is this dome around him, around Sentinel, and Sentinel stops moving. And then Elliot sort of looks at him, a little bit panicked, sort of looks around at the crowd, who is sort of like gasped, and he's like, you're not gonna lock me up, and he takes off for the door, causing a complete frenzy in the gym now. So people are tripping over each other and running and screaming. The Sentry agents trying to corral everyone, not doing a great job, and Sentinel sort of frozen in time at the front of the gym. What do you all do?
Yeah. I think if they're trying to stop people, Corvid is going to... She's gonna shift into her Corvid form, and then fly up, eyes alight and her gas mask lit up, and point at the Sentinel and say, "Leave those children alone!"
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll to provoke someone. While you're doing that, very quickly, this is a good time for us to assess your team situation, since it seems like you're about to get into a situation. All right. So for that, I'll get to Corvid's roll in a second. So when you're entering it says a battle. We're gonna call this a dangerous situation with a dangerous foe. So you will add 2 teams to the pool. You're all there. Hopefully gonna work together. So you'll have 3 total right now. Who do you guys think is your team leader?
From this, I'm feeling, Corvid, kind of. She's the one initiating a lot of stuff, but I don't know. It seems the most logical.
LB, you're muted.
I'm a professional. She's the only one that's taking a clear stand, a noticeable. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll call Corvid. Who do you have influence over?
I have influence over Jack and Lathan. I thought I had over Nat too.
But not everyone.
Yeah.
No, you took that away last session.
Okay.
No, she took away my influence over her. But I don't
right.
think you've ever had influence over Nat.
I have influence over everybody apart from that. Sad times.
All right. But not everyone, so nothing happens there. Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight? Or situation? Anybody feel like they're have a different purpose than the rest of the team?
I don't have the same thing because I like Sentinel. I like Sentry, and I don't intend to stop. So I intend to stop the kids, pretty much.
Yeah,
I think we're on opposite
I think
sides.
Elaine wants to help the kids.
Okay.
Same.
Oh no.
Okay. Then you don't get a team from that either, fam. Does anyone mistrust the leader or the team?
No.
Mm-mm.
So you all trust that everyone on the team is going to take your side. Cool. That's not going to pop off in a
not
bad
yet.
way. If you are ill-prepared or off balance, I don't think that's the case. You guys put a lot of prep into this. So yeah, the team that you have is the team that you have. I think you have 3.
Yep.
In the pool. That's under team mechanics. If you guys are looking at that handout under peripheral moves, you can spend a team from the pool to give a +1 to a teammate's roll. You can also act selfishly. There's rules for that. And then if somebody wants to spend a team, the team leader, who is Corvid in this situation, can mark a condition instead of spending a team. Got that? Good. All right. So, chaos in the gym. Sentinel is sort of at the front looking like he was halfway through sort of raising his hand to his neck again like he was going to say something and is unmoving, sort of frozen in time. And there is just a slight shimmer of like a bubble or a little dome around him. The rest of the sentry agents are kind of making their way. One of them sort of talking on a radio, and they're starting to pull gear off their belts. What looks like these small couple inches wide. You could hold it in the palm of your hand, a few inches wide. These small like metal spheres, and they're starting to like pull those off of belts and kind of make their way into the crowd as there is jeering and screaming and people tripping over each other. Eileen is still, I think, Nat, like fighting against you a little bit, trying to fly up above so she can see where Elliot is, and Elliot has made a break for it and is running through the crowd, trying to push his way through out the door.
Nat, let's go of Eileen.
Okay.
Yeah.
See that go over? She immediately sort of jolts up a little bit, kind of looks down, like she's still looking for you, because I don't think she's actually seen you fully where you are, and starts to zoom up towards the ceiling.
Elaine, while this is happening, has decided to change, and so she's like under the stage, quickly removing her uniform and pulling her mask on her head. And as soon as she's changed, she jumps back up on the stage and yells into the microphone, "Everybody out! Get out of the gym!"
Okay. Yeah.
Does she match voice at all?
Oh yeah, do you hide your voice at all?
Because
Or...
you just
I mean-
talk to everybody.
She talks very different when she's like in front of the school, like kind of Valley
True.
Girlish. So she is more her own voice when she is in her superhero outfit, which not a lot of people hear.
Like everyone out.
Like everyone gets out, like right now. But yeah, she's like,
Okay,
everyone
yeah.
out, go, leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna also have you roll to provoke.
Okay.
You know, this is a crowd, so that is plus superior for you.
Okay. That's 0. Let's see. So we're just gonna roll. Oh, that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, you everyone, you sort of hear Elaine's voice, or Stardust's voice, over the microphone as Stardust appears on the stage in costume. Don't know where she came from, but she's there magically. She speaks into the microphone, but it is completely lost just over the yelling. There is still sort of this like chant that Corvid has started sort of going on, and then there is just like scrambling and the sound of feet on bleachers. It's lost. Everyone is sort of in chaos mode. What are the rest of you doing?
Because I'm pretty much on the gymnasium floor and on the crowd, put the guitar down. But since everybody's screaming and yelling, I'm not wearing my headphones to block out any of this, so I fall to the floor in pain, pretty much from all of the mental yelling, and I'm pretty much in a stress moment, going to try and shut everybody up in the gymnasium by just saying silence in my head to everybody.
Okay, let's have
Because
you
I am
unleash
stressed.
your powers. I bet. I didn't think about that. Yeah, unleash your powers.
9.
All right. On this one, I think it makes sense for you to mark a condition on this one. Dealer's choice.
I think kind of insecure from just so much happening.
Okay.
Didn't go
Yeah,
expect
there's
how I
definitely a lot going on.
expected.
Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and mark insecure, which will give you a negative on one of them rolls. I'm not
negative
listening
2 to defend and reject what other people say.
Okay,
So
keep that in mind. But yeah, so you do what you set out to do. There is this sort of wave of energy off of you, Copycat, from where you are, sort of on the floor, on your knees, holding onto your head. And the message goes out, and in the vicinity around you, everyone kind of stops, really caught off guard and kind of afraid at what just happened. But it goes a little bit quieter in the gym. Everyone is not totally silent, but there is sort of this moment where everyone around you has taken a breath and is looking around, trying to figure out what just happened and where that voice came from and why they all heard it. As this is sort of going on, Eileen takes this moment. She sort of lifting herself up, not having let go of her, flies up to the ceiling, and you can see around her hands there's this like light blue energy as she almost looks like she is kind of like reaching for something or like gathering something, even though there's nothing around her. But then out of the moisture in the air, these crystals start to form, these like ice crystals that she then sort of starts to solidify into these large like chunks of ice, and she's getting ready to start launching them. What do you do?
Are they still trying to gather the children? Did they stop doing that when I yelled at them?
They some of them turned their attention toward you for sure. So you can see, I think, a few of these sentry agents making their way to the center in the back of the gym, kind of towards you. Real quick, so I don't forget, we got 20 retweets on our live tweet, which means a nice thing, a boon. So everybody gets a +1 forward. So on the next roll that you make, add a +1 to it. Hopefully, y'all will start wholly succeeding on some things with that.
I wish I had that for my
you.
last roll.
Thank you
so
chat
much.
and friends. We appreciate that. So yeah, they are making their way, sort of pulling these devices off of their belts. Corvid, and you can see one of them getting ready to sort of launch one up in your direction. So a few of them very distracted. Sentinel still frozen at the front of the gym.
Solid. I'm gonna try and blind them.
Okay, with your sun powers, I assume.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna flashbang them. She's gonna.
Okay,
Well, we'll see how it goes, but.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll call that unleash your powers.
Hell yeah. So plus. All right, let's do this. 10.
Nice. Okay,
+4.
that's very good thing.
Yeah,
It looks like.
yeah.
So yeah, there are sort of 3 of them making their way towards you, and you let out this bright flash of sunlight. What does it look like?
She gathers a green ball of light in her hand, and she just like tosses it at them, and when it floats down and explodes in front of their eyes, and this just bright green, lighter than her normal dark green.
Okay,
Flashbang.
that's really cool. So yeah, you full success. You do what you set out to do. So you hurl this sort of light down at them, and it goes off sort of right in front of these 3 agents, who then kind of drop whatever they were holding and kind of scramble, like putting their hands up to their face, covering their eyes, out of commission for the moment. Around this time, as you can see, Elliot sort of pushing his way through the crowd, making his way towards the door, Sentinel starts to shift again from the front of the room, as if he is slowly regaining movement in his body, as the time stop that was on him is fading. So he is starting to shift around and try to sort of regain control of his body so he can go after your classmate. The agents around you have taken Eileen is sort of the biggest threat for them in the room right now, so have taken these sort of silver spheres and are starting to toss them around the room, and they're pulling out remotes, and you can see them sort of hit the buttons on these remotes, and these purple lights start to go off from these spheres. Copycat, you probably know what these are because you work with somebody who works for Sentry. These are power negation spheres. They have a very small radius, but anyone who gets anywhere near them, powers don't work.
As I see them on the floor, like I'm pretty much in fetal position on the floor with my hands on my head. After people kind of quieten down, I'm gonna look around and just like I feel like my questioning. Don't want to use my powers too openly is the thing.
Anybody else while he's thinking about it?
I have a thought. Elaine is still like Eileen. Jesus, this is it's gonna get hard. Eileen is still planning on, still looking like she's about to launch these at the like the troops, right?
Yeah, she's sort of holding on to, not holding on in her hand, but they're sort of hovering kind of right around her hands, following her hand motions, these like large chunks of ice that she's manifested.
I want to help her by essentially trying to, this is probably a little more finesse than Nat is used to, but essentially wants to just launch the troops into the air so she gets a real nice softball pitch. You can just like wail on them with her ice spikes. Or
okay, yeah, I'm well, geez, I guess we'll call that unleash your powers.
Yeah. Mainly trying to do this so that she doesn't accidentally hit anyone in the crowd.
Okay.
Okay. Unleash, you said?
Yes. So that's freak.
13.
Yeah, you do this thing. So you focus in on the agents that are sort of making their way toward Eileen. She is sort of holding these pieces of ice, sort of getting ready, watching them advance towards her and underneath her. And once they are near her, now you focus in on them and manipulate the gravity around them to launch them into the air. And as this happens, she looks a little bit taken aback and then immediately starts just launching pieces of ice at them. It's sort of connecting with them, their chest, sort of crystals forming on some of their equipment, making it probably unusable. Do you hold them there?
I think they just shoot past her and she just pins them to the ceiling for now, so they're out of the crowd.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of hold them up there. The chaos sort of growing wilder as people start using powers in the middle of the gym.
As I see how this fight's going, I can see how obviously free fall because everybody else has that power. Can't see them, but I can see what's happening. And I'm like, I don't want to fight Sentry,
you guys know she can do this.
But god damn it! And I'm gonna put my hands to the floor, and seeing Sentinel, I'm like, I'm sorry, friend. This is not gonna be good for me. I'm gonna slam my hands to the ground and just like pretty much control the earth with Spitfire's power and just like pretty much make it sink under him and then just like cover the floor so he's buried.
Okay, sure. Unleash your powers. That's pretty wild.
I think I'm next to him too.
Oh!
You
16.
are. That's really good.
A max roll.
Yeah, Stardust, you're right there as this happens because you had gotten back up on the stage and he is sort of down on the floor right in front of the stage. So he's a maybe 5 feet from you. As you see this rumbling happen around him, you can kind of hear it and you see the floor underneath him start to crack and then it just falls in like a 5-foot radius around him and he just sort of plummets into this pit in the gym. People around it starting to like back up and panic a little bit because they don't know what's going on. Stardust, do you do anything?
I jump out of the way to just like make sure that I'm not caught in whatever's happening to Sentinel, and
Sure.
I'm gonna start focusing my attention again to trying to just usher kids out of the gym towards the doors.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say
The hole does
this
fill
has
up again,
become
by the way.
and then yeah, so it fills up over him as the yeah, you bury him in a hole. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna call this for you, Stardust, a defend roll.
Okay.
Because things have become a much more immediate threat. So you can roll plus savior.
Okay. Let's see. Let's hope it works. Three. That's 5.
How does this keep happening? Good grief.
Oh man.
Is that double
with
ones?
+3. Yeah, it's with +3.
Oh no. Okay, so
How much team do we have? We can't do anything to help.
You
there,
can't
we?
save that one. You can give her a +1. A 6 is still a fail.
Right.
Oh boy, yeah, you can't save that one. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one a condition for sure. My instinct is insecure, but if there is another one that you think fits the situation better, we can call it that.
I would say, yeah, insecure is probably it.
Okay, I'm gonna
She's
have you
insecure a lot.
mark insecure. As you all see Stardust sort of dive out of the way and then sort of make her way down, trying to usher crowds out of the gym, but she just gets completely swept up in this like movement of people, this chaos. So Stardust, you kind of you were almost knocked off your feet a couple of times as you sort of get swept up into this crowd and are being like jostled back and forth. You can't really see what's going on. Your mask sort of makes that hard enough. And you are just sort of lost in there. It is not going according to plan, and a couple of you I think can see this as Stardust is kind of in danger of getting trampled by this crowd, and you all see the dirt, and the police are coming for you, and it's very scary.
Oh no!
The dirt covers over Sentinel for just a moment, and everyone is sort of looking around as he has disappeared. And the couple of agents that are left that are not sort of tied up either in ice or in the fact that they can't see right now because they were blasted with scary green light, sort of turn to and look for him. And the chaos continues, but then there is this trembling again from the dirt where he is covered up, as you all see just this one giant gloved fist sort of punch its way up out of the dirt. I mean, like a zombie movie, and start to kind of scramble around trying to find something to grab onto as Sentinel is trying to pull himself up out of the hole that you have created for him. Elliot at this point has made it to the edge of the gym, and Eileen sort of standing overwatch for him, watching, has sort of flown over and is starting to again sort of reach out and start to pull these crystals that she's manifesting from the moisture in the air towards her, and get ready to defend him again. Do the rest of you intervene? Yes, tell me how.
Corvid's going to fly down to the agents that have been blinded and have dropped their spheres. She is then going to fly over to where he is popping out of the fucking ground like a daisy and get ready to toss it when he emerges.
Okay, so you take one of the spheres.
They're not lit up, right?
They're all lit up.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not going to do that because then I'm going to switch back to an alien.
You'll be without powers until you throw it somewhere else.
I think she will. Okay, is free fall, or she can't see her, right?
Free fall's still under the bleachers for
You're
right
still under
now.
the bleachers,
Been doing most of this from there.
Is anyone else near those balls?
Stardust is going to be in a moment.
Oh boy.
And
Are
Copycat's
there
not
any
far
people,
off from them.
Like normal human beings. Like any of the kids.
Near the spheres? Yeah, they've just sort of been like tossed out into the crowd to kind of cover a lot of the room. So yeah, there's still a lot of students sort of near them.
Oh, okay. Corvid's gonna say, kick the balls! Kick the balls towards him!
Okay.
She does laugh.
Yeah, can you roll to provoke someone, please?
Oh boy. Yes, I can.
About to kick
This
a
is
bunch
my
of balls in
favorite
his face.
provoke roll. No.
Please roll to kick the balls.
Alright.
Sporting ball, hooray.
Sports ball. 9.
Okay. Let's see. He can choose one. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call this a critical opportunity. So you get a few of them. A few of the people that are sort of right around you, the ones that were, excuse me, sort of blocking Elliot before, hear what you're saying and start to run up to these spheres that have been tossed onto the ground and start to kick them. It's a very crowded room, so they're doing their best. A few of them start to roll forward, kind of making their way. You do see, I think, a couple of students that you recognize get near them and stop, flinch, and immediately back up, because they can sort of feel what's going on with them. We can deal with who that is and how you know them later. But yeah, so they start to kind of roll towards the crowd, a few of them kind of pinballing off. So it's kind of working. But you do have some people that are trying to help.
Yeah, that's her strat. Just get the normies to touch them and push them towards the people. I'm gonna just. Is there any other way I can is there any other way people can get out, or is that's flowing as well as it can?
It's unless you can continue to start to calm people down and get them to exit in an orderly fashion from the super fight that is happening. It's probably going about as well as it can, given the rolls that were made.
All right. Yeah. I think maybe she'll call out to Stardust.
Okay.
And tell her to get away from him. Move! Go!
Stardust just jumps straight up in the air because she has her super stuff, and is just gonna jump straight up in the air and try and grab onto one of the rafters.
Okay. Yeah, you do this. You've done this enough. I don't know that you have to roll for jumping. So yeah, you sort of gather yourself for a moment and jump. You all see Stardust sort of launch herself into the air and grab on, sort of hanging off of one of the rafters up above. What are you doing from up there?
I'm
just staying out of the crowd.
Of the way, like Corvid said, I'm gonna kind of hook my legs around it too, so I can keep my hands free, and am upside down, kind of scoping out the situation because clearly I acted hastily before and it didn't go well for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just out of the way, seeing what's gonna happen next.
Okay. Yeah, you see Elliot, I think from where you are, sort of looking around, kind of taking everything in, looking up at you just very briefly, and then dipping and running out the gym doors that lead outside and just taking off. As this happens, and a lot of the students continue to file out, some hiding, some trying to get out of the way, some sort of picking up these spheres or kicking them and kind of chucking them towards the front of the gym. You see a second arm pop its way out of the dirt as a Sentinel starts to kind of latch on, and you can see these huge, massive hands grab onto the concrete floor of the gym and latch down onto, because he has nothing else to hold on to. The concrete itself sort of cracks under him, and he makes handholds for himself. He starts to pull himself up out of the dirt as the spheres start to roll towards him. 5 seconds probably before he gets out.
I have
start.
a plan.
Yeah, Elaine though is gonna start trapezing her way across the rafter, so she swings, jumps to the next rafter, and starts swinging from rafter to rafter, and jumping to try and get closer to Eileen.
Okay.
And when she gets closer, she's like, "You have to get out of here. He's gonna get out in who knows how many seconds, and you have to get out of here."
I'm not just gonna leave. Are you kidding?
Look, we can take care of this. You're right. Just go to the civic center.
I'm gonna have you roll to provoke someone.
Okay, what's that plus?
Superior.
Okay, so that's just on its own. Let's see if I can roll well for one time. No, that's a 3.
Are you rolling the right dice? It's like a curse. I think she is. She looks at you, and she kind of looks down into the chaos just that is sort of happening in the gym, and Sentinel sort of pulling his way up out of the dirt, and she's like, "This is what you call handling it? I don't think so."
You're right. I'm sorry, my bad. I guess I'll just help you then.
I feel so bad. As you say that, I think she says, "Fine. What can you do?"
I have strength, and I can jump, and I can run, and I can fling people in the air if you need to. I wherever you need me.
We're trying to get. What's her face is trying to get all the spheres up there. Can you hold him down?
Hold Sentinel down?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that should go well for me. Yeah.
You said you were really strong. Go do something.
Okay, bye. And she starts swinging back across the rafters to where she just left.
I feel so bad for Stardust. Okay, so Stardust starts to swing kind of through the rafters, making her way back to the front of the gym, hoping, please, to help, doing her best out there. What are the rest of you doing as this? And you can hear this exchange. They're yelling at each other over the shouting.
As I see Stardust going back, I'm like, okay, this isn't good. We didn't plan for this. Okay, this is going to be a bad idea. I remember Shadow Star's ability. Maybe I can copy that. Maybe I can get Sentinel out of here. Maybe that will work. And I'll try that.
As Copycat starts to have a mental break in the middle of the gym, panicking. Yeah, let's unleash your powers.
$11.
Okay. So what do you want to do with him?
I'm gonna send him back to Century
Okay.
in a jail cell because I've probably seen those before when touring around that place.
Yeah, that seems about right. So as you all are sort of engaging in this Stardust, you're making your way toward the front of the gym. You all see these shadows start to sort of pull from the corners of the gym and sort of coalesce around Sentinel's arms, and he has sort of pulled himself up as his head sort of breaks through the dirt. He is looking around trying to assess what is going on, and then they just cover him and then sort of fade back into the floor, and he's gone.
How is Copycat doing this? Like, what does he look like? Is it very obvious that he's doing this?
I'm just kind of on the ground, just like kind of shaking, just like drawing up energy. I'm like, I look over to Corvid, I'm like,
What do you all do?
How are my boys doing on the ceiling?
You're still holding them there. They're very upset about it, and they are slowly sort of working against you to try to grab some of their gear to make themselves not be on the ceiling anymore. You've got another chance, probably.
Cool. Yeah, what I would like to do is there's probably something on the ground near me. Probably pick up like a ball or something
Sure.
and try to chuck it up between them and create almost like a singularity amongst them where like it pulls them all together in one sort of Katamari ball.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna, well, if that works, just throw them out of the just on a very gentle trajectory out into like the football field, out of the gymnasium, to get them far away.
Yeah, roll to unleash your powers.
Sure. I haven't done a burn yet, have I?
No.
No.
You can charge up for this if you want them.
Yeah, I'd like to do that just to see if I can get
Okay.
the 10 plus.
Yeah, go ahead.
I still have 2 conditions marked. So it's an 8.
Okay, and that's
So
for charging up your powers.
That's for charging up my powers. So I mark a condition, which I'll do, but I'm gonna spend one of the burn to get a 10 plus on the unleash my powers.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so mark your condition. Yeah, so you do it. So yeah, you take what is probably a dodgeball and softball pitch up toward them, manipulating the gravity around them, sort of sticking them to it, pulling them down, and then just launching them out the door. And you two, the rest of you sort of see these two go flying out the gym doors. A few of them are still the ones that Corvid that you blinded, that is sort of fading from them right now. So they're starting to reassess and try to make their way sort of out of this crowd, knowing that at this point they can't control it. They are starting to kind of make for the gym doors, not the outdoor ones, but the ones that would go back into the school. There's 4 of them total, yeah, that are sort of scrambling through the crowd, just trying to get out. Sentinel's gone. They don't know what's going on. They've totally lost control of the situation.
Solid. She'll just wave, and then she'll move back to the ground. And is there a place where I can, like, I walk behind a pillar and then come out, and then Sabrina?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of like duck around a corner and make your way around. Okay. So you're Sabrina again.
Put Jack on the ground and help him up. Yeah.
He's crying, actually, on the floor, just like holding his head.
Oh my gosh. I don't have anything for this.
Have we all seen that situation unfolding in the middle of
the crying?
Well, the shadow powers and then the earth powers and
yeah, you guys all saw that. It's
cool.
Pretty obvious where it came from.
Cool.
I'm sorry, is Sentinel gone now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just double checking, because that makes Elaine need to change her trajectory again.
Yes, so you change directions as you see the shadows sort of coalesce around him, and you saw Shadowstar do this. So you sort of recognize that power. You don't see Shadowstar anywhere, but you do see where the shadows came from. Little Jack.
How many of the sentry folk are left in the gym?
There's a few of them. There's about 4 of them, and they're sort of pushing their way through the crowd, trying to get just to a door to get out of here. They've completely lost control of the situation.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Do I see... I guess I don't see anyone.
You probably saw Corvid switch back to normal.
And Nat would have had to come out to do that because she had to like physically push them out.
Okay.
The thing, so
I was just like,
you can
does
see...
Elaine see anyone she recognizes?
You can see Freefall, and you probably saw Corvid switch and make her way over to a crying boy.
A random
and Freefall
crying
is
boy,
just in the school uniform right now.
Okay.
School uniform, but glowing very brightly.
I saw Corvid switch.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna make her way to Freefall now and is like, should we be doing anything?
Leaving as quickly as possible. All of you, should probably go. Jake, I don't remember your name. You okay down there, buddy?
Make the voices stop. Make it stop.
I got it.
And he's going to try and just grab the shadows and teleport home.
Okay, roll to unleash your powers.
12.
Yes, you all see Corvid, especially because you're right there sort of next to him trying to help him up. Jack reach out sort of on the floor, sort of grasping at some of the shadows that are still there that haven't quite faded yet, and then you see them just cover him completely and then fade into the floor and he's gone. Do you go home or do you go to the hideout?
I go home.
Okay.
I go right to bed. I just teleport back onto my bed and just start like crying in a fetal position.
Okay.
Was that
the
copycat?
I think so. I guess we should go. Elaine has her backpack on her back and just like dashes out of the gym towards one of the open doors and into the nearest empty hallway or bathroom. her as she can.
Okay. Yeah, so you can dash out sort of back into the school, into one of the bathrooms that are right outside the gym.
And she's gotten really good at changing really fast. Whips off her mask, puts all of her clothes back on over her costume, and puts on like a scared face. It's not super hard. She's super self-conscious right now. And just kind of walks out of the bathroom casually, looking like around and making sure that no one's around.
Okay. Corvid and Freefall, what are you doing? Where are you going? Do you take Eileen with the ice powers with you?
Yeah.
So she lands on the ground next to the two of you as Elaine, or as Stardust, dashes off and says, "What's the plan?"
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm scared. I should leave. She goes
She
under
turns-
the bleacher and
Go ahead.
turns back and comes back out.
She turns and looks at you, Freefall. What's the plan?
All right. Well, crap. Where did Oh, Corvid, you're here.
Yes, it's me, Corvid. Hello.
Where are we going?
Do you want to take her to that place that we went yesterday? No, the day before? The old civic center?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go there. Here.
All right.
Wait. You can fly, right?
Me? Yeah.
Like a new lane. Or god damn it. Why did you do this?
You're having real trouble, huh? As you call her Elaine for the 12th time today, she says, "You can call me Snowstorm."
Snowstorm.
That's a great name.
That is a good name. Okay. Yeah, let's go. We got a place for you. And we'll like text Shadowstar as we are heading there.
Rounding, flying, zooming,
Flying. Yeah.
flying. All right, so you all, oh yeah, because all three of you can fly, so you fly off. Stardust, you sort of integrate yourself into the crowd. Just another student, nothing suspicious in your backpack. Copycat, you've made it home safely. The three of you, Freefall, Corvid, and Eileen, or Snowstorm, fly off toward the old Civic Center downtown, texting Shadowstar along the way. You land, and out of the shadows pops your purple hooded friend. She looks to the two of you she knows, and then at the one of you she doesn't, and says, "Oh, a new one."
Is the other
she
guy already
works
here?
with Mastermind.
Yeah, she'll take care of you.
Are you guys staying?
I guess I don't really.
Do you want to stay?
Probably not going back to class at this point.
Well, that was at the end of the day, so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just hang out for a bit.
So I take it went
A+.
well.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Where are your friends? With the cat ears and the tall one
They're not
and the masked
coming
one.
right now.
Busy.
Yeah.
Right. Damage control. It happens. Ha, and she looks
Definitely.
at Eileen in between the two of you and says, "Hi, Shadowstar." And Eileen is like, "Hi, I don't know. Snowstorm, don't know what I'm doing here." But Shadowstar looks at her and says, "That's all right. We'll figure it out." And if you're willing, teleports the three of you and herself back into Mastermind's headquarters. And that, on the tail end of a mostly successful, though potentially emotionally traumatizing plan, is where we're going to go ahead and end for the day, because we're coming up on the end of our time here. That was not how I thought that was going to go. Good job. See what happens when you plan things. Sometimes it works. And then you just end up
was a plan.
Nope.
And none of it planned. But you know what? You felt confident going into it because you had a plan. And that confidence makes all the difference.
Didn't feel
And yeah, I
confident
did
leaving
have
it.
to sit here having a conversation with myself. No one to blame for that but me. But yeah, thanks everybody. Thank you guys for playing today. Hope you guys had fun. And everybody out in chat, thanks for watching with us. Real quickly, let's do our end of session moves. So at the end of every session, for masks, you can choose one of the following things. You can grow closer to the team. Tell us who made you feel welcome and why. You can grow into your own image of yourself. Explain how you see yourself and why. Or you can grow away from the team. Explain why you feel detached. They all have mechanical consequences. And I'll tell you about that based on which one you pick. Anybody feel strongly about anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Stardust grow closer to the team, mainly because she's been feeling real useless the past couple battles. But everyone else has been pretty dependable, and it seems like they're all on the same page as far as what they're doing. So she's kind of taking that and going with it. So, and the person that made her feel welcome would actually probably be
Copycat? With the layer?
with the what?
The layer?
Oh, yeah,
Copycat.
Yeah, Copycat with the lair, because they're a group now and they have a secret base and stuff. So, yeah, and then I'm clearing my condition.
Perfect.
So I already have influence over you, so I get to shift your labels.
Oh yeah, you do.
So you would shift one label up for Stardust and one label down. That max of 3 still stands for that.
Yeah, I'm just
So think about that.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do for her.
Okay.
I'm gonna push danger down and push superior up.
Cool.
Because she really needs it.
All right.
Trying your dang hardest to convince people to go out.
He's trying so hard.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anybody else?
I feel like I'm gonna grow away from the team after that.
Okay.
And
that's fair.
I don't know who.
Who has influence over Copycat /
over me? They Corvid Freefall.
Corvid does.
Okay, Corvid Freefall. I feel this is gonna hurt, but I feel like Corvid, I've grown detached from.
Okay.
After that.
So Corvid, you no longer have your influence over Copycat. He's having a bad day, huh? Yeah, Corvid or Freefall. What you thinking?
I think mine's pretty easy. Opened up to Corvid, so I think feeling closer there.
Okay.
So growing closer to the team. People seem to be on the same page. We all did a good thing together. So yeah.
Corvid, do you
I will
have
decide whether.
Oh no, sorry. Do you have influence over Freefall?
I did not.
Corvid? You do now. So you have influence over Freefall now, and then you can either clear a condition or mark a potential.
Got 3 conditions, so I'm really debating between the 2.
Oh, fam. That's intense. Corvid.
I think growing closer to the team, it feels like we're, becoming just like friends, not just. At least she does. She feels like they're becoming more friends. And I think, boy, probably Nat be the one she got closer to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have influence over her already?
No, because she took it away last session. So I just got
Oh,
that.
that's right. So you're gonna give it back, okay? And then Corvid, you can also either clear a condition or mark a potential. Has anybody hit 5 potential yet?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like
I'm
you
on
gotta
it.
be real close though, Morgan. You failed so many rolls today.
Yeah, you might have hit it today.
You're muted, Morgan.
1,
I can't hear.
2,
Yeah, I hit it today.
3.
I hit 5.
Oh, that's exciting. So you will get to advance, and we can talk about that later. That's fun. So you get some
Cool.
sort of character improvement.
Fun.
But yeah, we are running low on time, so quickly let us go around and everybody one more time tell us who you are and where we can find you in this coming week. Start with Mecca.
Okay. Just had to check I wasn't muted. I am Mecha or Mecha Spider at Mechalight Spider on Twitter. I'm going to be streaming Dead Space continuation Part 3, Dead Space 2, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or my time would be 7 p.m. BST. Yeah, and when I'm not traumatized, you can find me there.
Hey, Sean the Kraken King on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else. As I said at the top, I stream almost exclusively on Savannah Night's channel. It's this GG's in game. K for nights. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to be running the penultimate episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball, our weekly D&D 5th edition extravaganza. That's finishing up, and then we'll be moving on to our new season starting on July 4th of Saturday Night's Apocalypse. We're going to be playing the Princess of the Apocalypse campaign that is going to have a post-apocalyptic twist on it, so I'm going to be chopping and screwing with it a bit. Otherwise, links to my bio and my schedule's all there and all that good stuff.
I'm again Morgan or Imaginatrix all over the internet. I am actually mainly a cosplayer, and you can find my cosplay stuff Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Imaginatrix. I'm currently doing some costumes and makeup tests, as well as creating my Dungeons and Dragons character as a cosplay. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out.
Cool. I'm LB Hackemup. Check my Twitter for kitten pictures and my games that I'm in. I always retweet, so.
All right, and one more time, I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter, which is really the only place I ever am, except for Twitch at twitch.tv/game nights with 2 G's and a K. You can catch me tomorrow playing Thunderball and Sunday running Monster of the Week. So if you like Powered by the Apocalypse, come hang out with us on Sunday afternoon at 4. A couple of these fools playing that game, and it's really fun. And then the rest of my schedule pinned to my Twitter as per usual. Real quick, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Thank you for the retweets. Thank you, big ups for the donation that we got today. That's super rad. Love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us on our story. If you're not live with us, if you're watching this on YouTube, you made it to the end. Congratulations. You've done amazing. Leave us a comment about something that you thought was funny or particularly enjoyed about the session. And if you're here with us live, it is 6 p.m. So we're going to go away, but stick around for a new episode of Eclipse, the new Urban Shadows game here on Encounter Roleplay. We will see you in a week, same time, same place. But until then, we love you. And goodbye.